Here are some imaginative ideas for writing stories. To write about and the different kinds of story letter ideas. If you're going to write about a dog, ideas are: you can write about a helpful dog, a hurt dog, or a brave dog. You're going to write about a fire. Ideas are: you can write about a house burned down, your baby sister started a fire, there was a bushfire that killed 3 men. You're writing about a hurricane. Examples could be: your roof blew off, your dog died during the hurricane, your water and light was cut off for 1 week. You're writing about a car accident. Ideas could be: someone died, your father was charged for manslaughter, your family had no car to travel in after the accident. You're writing about summer holidays. Ideas could be: you stayed with your aunt, you had a beach trip during the summer, you attended summer classes. You're writing about you went to a river. You can write that Taj nearly drowned. A river near your friend. You can write about a river near your friend's house. You can write about your relatives. Write that your relatives bathed there at the river. You're writing about your school. You could write about last year's sports day. You could write about Jamaica Day at your school. You could write that your school won $1 million donation. You're writing about exams. You can write that you came first in the class. You can write that you came last in the class. If you came first, you would be happy. The letter or story would reflect that you are happy. If you came last in the class, the letter or story would reflect that you are sad that you came last in the class. You can also write that you did not finish the exam on time, in which case maybe you would be happy, maybe you'd be sad, maybe you still pass the exam even though you didn't finish, or maybe you failed the exam because you didn't finish on time. So you're writing about a competition. You can write that you came second in a race, that Sandy came 5th in the race, that Janelle fell down during the race. You're writing about an old man. You can write that you helped an old man. You found out that you and the old man were related. You can also write that an old man died. Ideas about a story or letter about a blind woman. You can write that the children used to tease her. Write that you visited her every day and helped her with house chores. You can write that the old woman won the lotto. So you're writing about a party. You can write that you invited a DJ. You can write that you were surprised by the appearance of a DJ. That maybe someone invited him without your knowledge and surprised you. So in that case, I guess you would be happy. So you'd write that you are happy that the DJ appeared by surprise. You can also write that the party was cancelled. That is, it did not happen. And you would write the reasons why the party was cancelled. Or the reason. Could be one reason or more than one reasons. Write that the party was cancelled. Also, if you're writing about a fat boy, you can write that Even though he was fat, he was the fastest runner. You can write that he won an eating competition. You can write that he was a bully. If you're writing about a fairy, you can write that she made you impossible. She made you invisible. You can write that the fairy was invisible. Or you can write that the fairy had a wedding. So you can write about the fairy's wedding. That is something that's out of the normal or out of the norm. Fairies don't normally get wedding. Fairies don't normally get married in stories. So you can make up your own ideas that may be novel or new. And if you're maybe writing about pigeons and hens, you can write that the pigeons and hens fought every day, or that your uncle had them on his farm. Your uncle had pigeons and hens on his farm, and you can maybe write about what the pigeons and hens did, or what your uncles did with the pigeons and hens, or we took care of them, and so on. You can also write that pigeons and hens ruled a magical kingdom. So those are some ideas. Of course, you can come up with other ideas for each of these. Pigeons and hens. You can maybe write about pigeons and hens talking. Right? Maybe pigeons and hens on an alien planet. So you can come up with your own ideas. When writing, make your writing more interesting by having a nice plot. Also include different types of sentences, such as exclamatory sentences and questions. Include figures of speech, such as personification, metaphor, onomatopoeia, and simile. Include punctuations such as colon, comma, and dash. Include big words such as hinder, seized, ancient, and colossal. Follow the correct sequence. Consider cause and effect. Spell properly. Use correct parts of speech, using the correct words for the past tense. Have at least 3 paragraphs. Indent each paragraph. Use the correct format or layout for writing letters when writing business and friendly letters. Stick to what is instructed to write about. Don't stray from the topic you are instructed to write on. Stay focused. Read the instructions as to what must be written 2 times to make sure you understand, and stick to what you are to write about. For example, if you are instructed to write about an empty house, do not go off writing about a trip to Montego Bay, how you managed when your mother was in the hospital, bun and cheese is delicious, or the crocodile in the swamp. If you are not focused, a story about an empty house could easily become "You are afraid of ghosts. The night your brother scared you. A nightmare you once had. A scary ghost show you saw. And a new house you once moved into." Stay focused. When it comes to writing about an empty house, you may write about the location of the empty house, who used to live there, an overgrowth of bushes around the house, bugs in the empty house, spooky sounds you hear in the empty house, a day a gunman hid from the police in the empty house, people stealing the doors, windows, and toilets of the house, and so on. Applying the who, what, when, where, why, and how principle of writing helps you to keep focused on the story at hand. That is, who are in the story, what do they do, where the story takes place, when the story takes place, why events happen, and why people do things, and how things happen.